Good morning, everybody. Well, we're here. We are in Quito. And we made it after a long day of flying yesterday. Good morning, everybody. Yeah. For some reason I got a really bad headache this morning, but I think it's the altitude. I know that the altitude here in Quito is pretty damn high, so I just thought you would love seeing the sunrise this morning. Yeah, you know what? That's probably a good idea. Let me get some water. Give me 1 second. I love you guys, man. You help me out a lot. So, wow. I didn't really sleep very well. I got in late and just kind of crazy, but let's see. Look over here. Check it out. How it's so stormy looking. Saw some fans last night at the airport. You know, I don't know if this is true or not, but somebody told me that Avion is naive backwards. Have I ever painted a house? The inside, yeah. The outside, no. Yeah, I was so excited yesterday. I got to see my bodyguard, Nige. He's Adriano Chiesa. He's a super heavyweight world champion in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Will shirtless Dave ever make a return? I don't know. I'm almost 55. I think at that age, you know, that's kind of probably a little bit left better to the young bucks that are out there. I mean, I'm not ashamed of my body in any way, but yeah, I think I might leave my shirt on. Who's John Perry? Thank you, but yeah, the raccoon, it died. I don't know. It was in the same spot for several days. So wild animals like that don't just sit in the same exact spot for several days. Justice and I think that it got attacked by something and just kind of died. It was in the same spot when we left, so I think the circle of life got it. But you know, we live out on a farm, and that's the things that happen. I remember when my horse Matcha died. Actually, Cassandra was my first horse, and Cassandra died, and I told Papa de Boer, I was really sad about it, and he goes, he's very, very Dutch, thick accent, he goes, livestock, dead stock. You have to understand with animals, they live, they die. And I thought, wow, that is really, really cutting it to the point. And I just realized that it was in my hands for just a little while, and I loved the horse. And the sad thing was that she died, and the baby horse that she was getting ready to deliver died also. Are those my rigs? No, those are, let me see, take my glass off. No, those are city buses. Actually, see those little things with the funny colored umbrellas right there? That's my new car. Yeah. So where is everybody today? Tell me how you doing. Do I think of starting my own guitar line? No. Cork. Hey, you know what? My grandma's from Cork. My grandma, she's a Clancy's. She's from Cork. I've never been there, and I would so love to come there. Manchester. Just flew through Atlanta. Sean Drover still lives in Atlanta, and so does my sister Debbie. cross training. Hey man, be careful with those Achilles tendons. I just blew mine out last month in our tour bus, and it's still giving me problems. My favorite Clint Eastwood movie has to be The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. Yes, Amon Amarth is on tour. I do like them a lot. I had no idea how big that dude was. Johan, the front man. Big guy. Good morning, Phoenix. I am in Quito in Ecuador. You know, guys, I gotta go. I've got the worst headache right now. I think I need to go downstairs and see if I can find a gift shop. I just wanted you to see this beautiful sunrise this morning. It's electrifying here. It's so pretty, and maybe one of you can look up and see what the altitude is of this place while we're talking real quick before I sign out. Let me know what you think. My favorite effect pedal, since I don't really use effect pedals, I would say probably the pedal would be the wah-wah pedal, but used properly like Michael Schenker does. I also like... oh yeah, I love Martin Luther King. I also like a chorus and phaser and flange. I don't really get too much into delay pedals or anything like that. That's why my signature pedal from Zoom was pretty subtle with everything. I think the most important thing is not to hide behind effects. If you're a great guitar player, you don't need a lot of stuff, and if you're not a great guitar player, hiding behind a bunch of pedals and stuff isn't going to make you any better. So I think that it's really important to look at guitar playing a lot like, say for example, cooking. You don't want to cover up something with a bunch of spices. I'd heard that in the Foreign Legion that they would put curry on everything because the meat would be bad. And you can tell the more the meat has gone off, the more curry's on it. So consequently, I've never been a big curry fan because I always think about bad food. Anyways, I watched Creed last night, the movie with Rocky Balboa and Adonis Creed. And that was such a great movie. I absolutely loved that movie. And to me, Sly Stallone is such a great actor. I know a lot of people make fun of him, but what a great movie. And Michael B. Jordan was an amazing talent. I remember from my episode in Black Scorpion, doing a little bit of some fighting in that one show, that it's tough to be convincing when you're filming fighting sequences, and I thought that the fighting sequences were amazing. They looked very believable in a lot of spots, and the opponent that he had at the very end, Billy Connolly, was great too. I don't know if that gentleman was real or if he was just a guest star appearing in the movie or not. It was really cool. Just really made the time fly by in the plane. Oh yeah, it was good too, and he was a very handsome kid. I gotta tell you, I kept trying to think, who does he remind me of, and I thought maybe Pharrell. I thought maybe some of the Wyman brothers, and I just couldn't put my finger on it. But yeah, he was a great little actor. Hello, Wales. You know, we have a lot of songs that are going to be open to us to be playing now that Dirk is in the band, because we were kind of limited with the songs that we were playing with Chris sitting in for us, because we didn't know how long it would be until we found the permanent drummer for Megadeth. So we didn't want to waste a bunch of time or effort pursuing certain songs that we would never play. But now, whenever we add a song to the set, it's for good. And I can't tell you how excited I am to see our new stickman. He is absolutely amazing, great personality, totally belongs in Megadeth, and he reminds me of the reincarnation of Gar Samuelson. I know a lot of garb purists out there are going to raise their eyebrows until they can see for themselves. But I think he's just terrific. Fits in with Kiko and David and I just perfect. A Beats One radio show, I don't know what that is. Look, I'm not against playing The Conjuring. I love the music to it. It's just that I know that the words to it makes up a hex, and I just don't want to encourage anybody to be doing that stuff, because I did that a period in my time in my life when I was really lost and doing a lot of bad stuff. So if you all will sign an affidavit promising that you will never do this hex on anybody ever, 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 I will play it again. I promise. Cross my fingers, hope to die. Just kidding. Headlining Bloodstock. I think the good thing about festivals and people headlining it is that if it's a good festival, you should always give people a chance to headline it. Funny you say that about Symphony Interrupted. We were just looking at some of that footage from a couple days ago. I was showing it to my wife's uncle. He's completely deaf, and he married this wonderful woman who is hard of hearing, who helps him. So he's deaf, she's hard of hearing, and she wanted to see the symphony stuff, which I thought was really interesting, because Pam's Uncle Eddie had come to the studio before, and I thought, now how's this going to work? And he went over and he put his hand on the speakers, and the speakers were moving, and that's how he, yeah, that's the artist, Erica. So he felt the speakers moving, and that's how he was able to experience the songs with us. What does swagro mean? Thanks, Hank. What does swagro mean? I think Gary Oldman, I think would be cool. No, he doesn't have any idea. Elevation 9,000. Good God, that's high. Yep. Oldham, I think that's how you say his last name. He was the guy that played in Sid and Nancy. Yeah, it's going to be tough singing tonight. I'm in Ecuador, Jim. Oh, is that right? Suegro means father-in-law? Is that right, all of my Spanish-speaking brothers and sisters? Thanks, Third Power. You know, the whole reason I was even doing that thing with the Black Scorpion thing was the guy that was the producer of the TV show was a friend of our manager's, a real nice guy, and he had said that he wanted to know if I'd be interested in goofing around with the show, and that the girl that was the subject was into martial art also. And let's see here, where is my cup? What did I do with that? There it is, right there. Say, coffee is so subjective. You can go from one country to another and the coffee can be really good. And in other places, it could be just absolute crap. We'll see how this tastes. I made it just a little bit ago, and it tasted kind of burnt. Is it Junior's coffee? No. No. He's really, really amazing actor. I actually love watching that guy act. There's a bunch of other movies that he's been in too. Tips on improving your playing. Well, there's a lot of stuff that causes inflammation. God dang, I got a headache. There's a lot of stuff that causes inflammation, and that's not good for your hands. So I think it's the elevation. Not hangover, dude. I don't drink very much anymore. But you would know that if you spent more time talking to me. So, welcome to the party. Or maybe I should say, just plain welcome. Yeah, I would never let that keep you down with genetic disorders, because Django Reinhardt only had 2 fingers and played. Yeah, they are, huh? Look how spooky it is over there. It's kind of like right above the skyline here. It gets clear, which is cool, because it's sunny over me. But over there, it looks like it's going to rain. You're welcome. $110. Where on earth are you at today? You know, guys, I love you so much. I have to go. I gotta get something for this headache. I'll be back in a little bit. Until then, have a great morning or evening, and just hang in there. Those of you asking guitar questions, don't give up. The more I hear you guys asking me about practicing, the more it makes me want to practice. And believe it or not, I saw Al Di Meola on TV this morning, and it really inspired me. I want to play my best I can for you guys, and I realize a lot of times I can really pull it off because I'm excited, but I want to be able to play when I'm not as excited also, because when the adrenaline wears off, that's when you see what you're made of. So anyways, until a little bit later today, love and bruises to all you guys. I'll talk to you later.